So here today with Kevin Soltani, and he is going to tell us about what he is doing right now. If you can introduce yourself and tell us about you and what kind of projects are you working on right now?
Great. My name is Kevin Soltani, here for Roybi Robots and my investment company, Jima Group, out of Los Angeles and Dubai. What we do, we like to say we're Web3 builders, which is a buzzword, which is cliche, but honestly, we are builders. We build metaverses for commercialized products. We're very interested in taking the next level into the metaverse, so we build metaverses that are hyper-realistic, that are ready to go for retail, education, healthcare, and really high-class industries, Fortune 500 companies that are more interested in commercializing and getting serious about the metaverse. So that's a little bit about what we do.
Awesome, that sounds great. And how did you start in this space?
Yeah. So I think to start, I've been in crypto blockchain for about 10 years. And how we got started was in the crypto mining industry. We were the first Southern California company to do anything in crypto mining in 2012 to 15. We sold that and we started investing in good projects. Some of the biggest projects out in the world now are still under our portfolio, but we're very proud now to take this step into the metaverse, gaming, retail, and education. I would like to see the world get to a place where blockchain is taken seriously, not what's happening this week in crypto, right? Yes. Any new industry is going to go through their ups and downs. Any new industry is going to go through this bad time. If this is the .com boom or bust for crypto blockchain, fine, let's get through it, let's win. But who survived after the .com boom? The builders. The people that were building before the boom and the bust, and the people that never stopped building after. And that's us.
Great. And how do we evolve as an industry, and what we need to evolve as an industry to that goal?
I think that we need to take it more seriously ourselves. NFTs made it accessible, but it became very fun. And fun is great, don't get me wrong. Gaming is the driver to all things on the web, right? Gamification on the web is a very real thing. So, but I'd like to see people get serious about it. If you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, you may be asking yourself, how am I going to get into the metaverse? How am I going to get into Web3? Right? Just like you had a website in 2000 to 2005, maybe a lot of people didn't have even a website. Then they said, oh my gosh, I need a website. That's going to be the same thing for a metaverse. Whether it's a metaverse, your own metaverse, a shop or store or a experience inside of your metaverse, my metaverse, you need to be a part of it. So I always say to people, if you don't have an avatar, if you don't have any type of affiliation to one metaverse, land, anything, get in now, start, at least have an avatar. Get ready and don't be left behind like the .com boom and bust showed us.
That's true. And what do you think, or what do you see as the next trends in the Web3 space?
If I had to predict, starting with retail fashion, for sure. Retail and fashion, for sure. And quickly thereafter, I'd say them right next to each other, is education. Education is going through another evolution. And it is one of the most profitable industries in the world, ironically. You wouldn't expect education to be profitable, but Harvard and Stanford didn't build those beautiful buildings not charging a lot of money. So what is that going to look like in the metaverse, right? Again, hyper-realistic environments is very important. If Harvard or Oxford or anybody going to jump into the metaverse, or on the retail side, Balenciaga and Gucci, this metaverse needs to be hyper-realistic, needs to be an extremely top-level design. And the only thing allowing us to do that right now is a software called Unreal Engine 5. Unreal Engine 5 is the premier gaming software of the world, and I believe that'll be the driver to hyper-realism, because I don't want to see anybody in the metaverse that's not your face, that's not my face. Yeah. I don't want this character customizer stuff. Yes. So hyper-realistic avatars is you scanning your own face, and you walk around your own avatar. And I think retail, fashion, and also the educational departments will appreciate that. And I think those are the first to be falling as an industry to come over, but also the massive adoption rates in both.
Like real people in the metaverse, right?
Real people, right? Don't you want to see like your friend, your wife, your whatever, your colleague, and you run into them in the real world, you know what they look like. Now, let's say they're wearing a hat or covering their eyes or whatever. You still kind of know what they look like, right? So why should that be any different in the metaverse? Isn't that where the bread and butter should be made? Is like, I want to know what you're doing. I want to know what your real office looks like. Hey, if you want to live in the future with flying buildings, okay, no one's stopping you. But hyper-realism is missing right now.
That's true. What would you say to someone who wants to enter the space but who doesn't know where to start?
That's my favorite question, guys. That's my favorite question. If you haven't begun in the metaverse yet, and anything, you don't know what it even means, that's totally fine. You're still extremely early. You're still extremely early. So that being said, what should you do? If you don't have an avatar, get one. On any platform. I'm not here to pitch ours or another metaverse. Get an avatar. Learn what that means. If you've never walked around in a metaverse, right? If you've never talked to another person in the metaverse, there you go. That's step two. Experience, right? Step two. Step three is find a way to transact or interact. I'm not asking you to spend your money there today. But the only way to truly learn about Bitcoin is to buy Bitcoin, right? The process of buying crypto, but we always say Bitcoin as the number one. Yeah. If you don't know what Bitcoin is, you buy a Bitcoin and you'll learn how to transact and you'll learn what a digital wallet is. You'll learn everything about it. So same in the metaverse. See what you can go and buy in the metaverse. If you're a fashion designer or you love fashion, go to some of the retail shops. Come to my retail shop, right? Yes. We got fashion in the metaverse. If you're an educator, if you want to create courses, if you want your child to do a couple more hours on tutoring or after school programming, yes, come into the metaverse. See what courses are available, right? It's okay. Hyper-realism. You know what the professor and the student look like. So again, get an avatar, experience something, and see if you can transact in the metaverse. And now you're at least 5 years ahead from where Meta, if they're ever gonna come, because they just gave us legs, guys. Yeah. It was just a head, and now it has legs. So what, right? We have a long way to go, and so you gotta be a part of it somehow, some way.
Awesome. Some final words for our audience, and if you can tell us how can we find you?
Yeah. I appreciate your time today at EAK. You guys are doing a fantastic job, and then obviously we're at Istanbul Blockchain Week. We can't, you already know the environment here, it's buzzing, right? Yes. I think final words is exactly what people are doing here. Get on to something. We have crypto exchanges, we have fashion in the metaverse, we have gaming in the metaverse, we have marketing, everybody is attacking Web3 wholeheartedly. We have about 1,500 people here today, and everybody's on the same level, right? We're not even at 1%. So if I can leave you with something, learn what Web3 is, learn what blockchain technology is, not the tech stuff. I don't expect anybody to do that, but learn how it can help you. AI is going to change everything for us, and it's going to expedite everything. The artists know exactly what I'm talking about. So just get educated. Now, I'm not your dad here saying, go to school and get educated. But I promise you, it's going to be just like the dot-com boom, where in like 2007, people still didn't have websites.
That's true.
So in 2000, not even 17, it's going to be 16, 17, 2026, 27, you're going to feel left behind in the metaverse if you don't have an avatar, a land, a this, a that. So please, learn about it, get onto it, and do something, because, man, we're having fun.
Yeah.
Web3 is fun, absolutely, right? Web3 is not boring, right? Web3 is fun. The metaverse is extremely fun, and it can be very serious too. We just talked about doctors, lawyers, and educators. So look, I'm all energy for the metaverse, and I want you guys to join us there, because I'd like to do this now couple times a year, but from my own home.
In the metaverse.
In the metaverse, yes, in my own home with VR or AR. But then also, I'll see you once or twice a year. I don't think physical is going away, but I think metaverse or digital is going to take and allow this to happen 5 times a year instead of 1. Isn't that beautiful? What a life we're living in. What a time to be alive.
Yes. Thank you very much, Kevin. Thank you for your time, and thank you guys for being in touch with us, and see you in the next chapter. Bye-bye.